And as the senators were voting, the German Foreign Intelligence Service announced that it intercepted radio communications in which Russian soldiers discussed indiscriminately killing civilians and captured Ukrainian soldiers. They have yet to release those tapes publicly. And still, even with these images, Vladimir Putin claims all these atrocities are staged. If you're wondering how Putin got to be like this, you are not alone. There may be someone who has Putin's ear, a Svengali-like figure not unlike Rasputin, the sallow, bearded, and mystical advisor who seemingly cast a spell over the last Tsar of Russia, leading him and his family down a dangerous path in the early 1900s. Today, that figure may be this man, political analyst and philosopher Alexander Dugin, a man they call Putin's Rasputin. And yes, the resemblance is uncanny. David Von Drehle writes in the Washington Post that Dugin is a, quote, fascist prophet who has intellectual influence over Vladimir Putin. And David Von Drehle joins me live now. So, David, there are mixed reviews about this Alexander Dugin, some saying that he has strong influence over Putin, others saying it waned long ago. How do you come in on this?
Well, in a sense, it doesn't really matter. The fact that what his current status is, he's been very influential over the past 25 years over both Putin, who doesn't really have he didn't arrive in his office with a program or an intellectual apparatus. He needed to find one, and Dugin provided it. And he's also been very influential over the Russian military, basically designing the curriculum for the General Staff College back at the turn of the century. So his current status doesn't really matter because his ideas are, abroad in Russia and highly influential over Putin's thinking.
So let me ask about those ideas. And listen, I just started reading up on him recently, fascinated by this, but I got the impression that his early writings and maybe even his later writings indicated that there should be a European/Asian superpower, a Eurasia, and that is the paradigm through which, Vladimir Putin is sort of looking at the world, that's what he wants to establish, which means all the way, to the sea, Europe be damned.
From one sea to the other, the expression in Dugin's work is from Dublin to Vladivostok, which, if you're a geography student, takes you from west of London to east of Tokyo almost. So he does. He believes that it's Russia's destiny and the destiny of the Eastern Orthodox Church, because this is a heavily messianic kind of philosophy, that the destiny is to rule over all of Europe and Asia. In some cases by the kind of violence that we see in Ukraine, in other cases ruled by economic influence, as we started to see in Western Europe, where until this happened, until the invasion of Ukraine, Germany, Italy, and other European powers were becoming desperately dependent on Russian oil and natural gas. And I think that Putin believed that he had enough of a lever there that he could get away with the Ukrainian invasion. And I hope that the West will have the strength to say no.
I've just got a couple seconds left, but I want to ask you about this popularity of Alexander Dugin among Europeans' extreme right-wing members and America's extreme right-wing, faction. Give me a little bit on that.
Yeah, well, he's been a part of what they call the New Right in Europe and the alt-right here in the United States. He's been involved with that going back to the 1990s. All of these folks were disturbed when freedom, human rights, and liberty were on the upswing, and they wanted an answer, a right-wing fascist answer, and he helped sketch it out.
It's fascinating stuff. David Von Drehle, I recommend your reading to our viewers, because it looks like history repeating itself, that's for sure, if you just look at the two men, but it's fascinating to look at the patterns. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.